Okay, hello everybody. I'm meteorologist Ashley Smith in the First Alert Streaming Center. We've changed the cameras around here, and so I need to adjust to that. But yes, so first of all, I wanted to start with this. Look how gorgeous it is as we look toward downtown right now. There's like some stuff on this table. Look at how things are kind of lit up. There are some buildings that are lit up in pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Beautiful kind of glow coming from Great American Ballpark too, Paycor Stadium in the background. And then just the sky itself is gorgeous too, with the kind of sunset off in the horizon and seeing kind of the contrast of those clouds too. It is a gorgeous evening, that's for sure. Of course, it is dry. It's going to be a quiet night. We don't expect any kind of chances for rain or anything like that. I think I'm going to move this now that a couple of other things have been moved around. So yeah, it is a really nice evening. I know that normally when you guys tune in at this time on our streaming services, it's usually Steve Horstmeyer. He is taking some much-deserved time off. And I actually, of course, saw him yesterday, even though he's in the middle of vacation. He was in here. But anyways, he'll be off for the next couple of days. So I will be here filling in for him. So yeah, you're stuck with me, but hopefully that's not a bad thing. We are going to, of course, talk about the Halloween forecast as well. If you were with me in the past couple of days, I was hoping that the forecast would speed up, but if anything, it's kind of slowed down, which means that that rain is likely to impact trick-or-treating. So that's kind of the bad news with the Halloween forecast. The good news is it's a lot warmer than last year. Last year, it was cold, snowy, breezy. It was, I think, like, I was just hoping that I ran out of candy so I could go inside because I was kind of staying outside to hand out the candy. This might be one of those years where I'll be doing the same thing, like hoping that I can go inside because the weather doesn't look great, unfortunately. But we'll get into that. Anyways, just beautiful weather outside right now. I think what I'm going to do is kind of take this full because of the way the cameras are set up now. But anyways, that's more of a technical kind of note. Okay, so First Alert Weather Day for Thursday. We are talking about stormy weather throughout the day on Halloween, breezy winds, mild weather, thunderstorms possible, and this could be impacting, of course, trick-or-treating as well. We're talking about heavy rain and the potential for strong thunderstorms. That means during the hours of trick-or-treating, and then cooler weather kind of behind that front. Right now outside, not much going on, of course, here in our neck of the woods. If we kind of widen this view, what you're seeing off to the west, that is what is going to be headed our way later this week and bringing us that rain or the rain chances as we head into, of course, Halloween. So, the interesting thing is, and we've mentioned this over the weekend too, is that we really need the rain. Now, while the drought monitor doesn't show any kind of extreme conditions around the area, for most of us, it's just abnormally dry if you're in any kind of drought conditions. However, this month we're more than 2 inches below normal. We've had 4 days of any kind of rainfall at CBG, which is, of course, where we take the official measurements. And we had rain the first day of the month from the remnants of Helene, and then now it looks like we're going to get significant rain the last day of the month. Just unfortunate timing because, of course, it is Halloween. So just something to note that, yes, we do need the rain. It's just unfortunate timing, that's for sure. Okay. Let's look at the temperatures right now. Of course, also want to note that World Series will be coming up here. I believe first pitch is like 8:08, 8:09. They're doing pregame right now on Fox. So we will be on late after that. Likely, we're scheduled for 11 p.m., so somewhere around there. But FC Cincinnati is also playing this evening. I think that is on Apple if you want to watch it. And I think it's free. I don't think you have to have a subscription if I heard that correctly. So they just kicked off at 6:45. Last I checked, there was no score. I don't know if anybody... The internet says no score. 25 minutes in, no score. So, though I guess they're a little late if they're 25 minutes in. Anyways, I thought kickoff was at 6:45, but maybe that's a loose, or that's like when the pregame festivities start. Okay, so anyways, a lot going on. So across the area, actually, what I should do, and I don't think I can do that from here, but turn the camera to TQL Stadium because I bet Oh, actually, maybe I can. Well, if I can, I'll try. But anyways, we'll have to do that later this evening. Thank you, Susan. Just reading the comments while I kind of have a break here, or I've kind of made a break. Okay, so temperatures outside right now in the 50s and 60s, 61 in Harrison, 62 at CVG, 59 degrees in Hamilton, 65 at Lunkin. Temperatures are going to be very steady this evening because of those clouds building in. It's going to keep the temperatures only in the 50s overnight, so a really kind of comfortable evening. Looks like here at Turfway Park, they're setting up for something. You can see kind of these tables, really nice tables actually. Actually, maybe the event's happening right now. Yeah, it looks like people are arriving. I don't know if they're still setting up or if the event is happening. But whatever it is, nice weather to be out there. Anyway, 62 degrees at CVG, winds light out of the south, around 3 miles per hour. Really kind of an ideal evening considering the time of year. Okay, over the coming days, let me actually pause this first. Okay. Winds are going to start to pick up. So we're not going to see the rain until Thursday, but we're going to start to have those gusty winds ahead of this cold front beginning tomorrow and then continuing into Wednesday as well. So winds will gust 20 to 25 miles per hour at times, both Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, those winds pick up even more. We're looking at 40 mile per hour wind gusts, even outside of those thunderstorm chances. Now, so far, the Storm Prediction Center does not have us included in any kind of threat for severe weather. I will show you though, actually let me do that. I will show you their threat for the day before. Let's actually go to, okay. The day before, the threat is kind of just off to our west, and so you can assume obviously that's going to move east as those storms get closer to us. Here we go. Okay, so ignore the box. I'll actually just take that off. And let me put day 3. It's like somebody messes with this and puts day 2 and day 3 and day 3 and day 2. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is Wednesday. So of course Wednesday is the 30th. So this is the severe chances Wednesday. So if you kind of just move this system east, which is the track that it's taking, it's moving from west to east, getting closer to us, likely will be included in that marginal threat on Thursday. Now that won't get released until tomorrow. So they actually technically do a 8-day forecast for severe storms. If they feel confident enough about days 4 through 8, they'll put it on there. Oftentimes they wait until day 3. So there's nothing on there right now. Tomorrow we should have that for day 3. Well, tomorrow we will have that for day 3. It's just a matter of if it will push east enough to be in our region. I do think that will happen. I do think that we will be included in a marginal threat for severe storms. So that's a 1 on a scale of 1 to 5. It's still a threat. It's still not 0. So again, that's another reason why we issued the first lower weather day for Thursday, because we do anticipate the chance for some strong thunderstorms on Thursday. So not only the wet weather kind of just being an inconvenience with trick-or-treating, but we're also talking about that wet weather impacting just anybody that's going to be out and about in the tri-state or even at your own home. You know, we are in the fall season, and so a lot of those leaves will likely continue to fall. I know they've been doing that with any kind of gusty, breezy days that we've had. So we're going to do that again. And so that's, again, going to be kind of a factor for Thursday. So really, we start to see breezy winds Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday just gets really windy. So probably the last of those leaves that are still hanging on will start to fall. Again, this is the severe threat for Wednesday. I know some folks are just joining. So if you ask me, do we have a chance for severe storms Thursday? I would say yes. It's hard to quantify that, or to qualify or quantify, actually. It's hard to qualify that right now. But tomorrow we'll know more. We'll really be very confident with those storm chances on Wednesday. I would say as of now, as of Monday, looking ahead to Thursday, yes, we have a chance for severe storms. It's a very small chance, and we will be able to fine tune and kind of tweak that forecast as we get closer. Now, here's what it's going to look like as those storms get into the area, and I will take this full so that you can look at the timing of this. So We are dry for the next couple of days. It's not until we get into Thursday afternoon and evening that we start to see that chance for rain. So Thursday morning, we are dry. No chance for any kind of rain impacting the morning drive. Really, the first raindrops are going to be around noon. Those storms continue. Why did it do that? Those storms continue into the afternoon. This is at 6 p.m. Yeah, a lot of folks will be out trick-or-treating right around this time. And look at that. Storms right over top of the area at 6 p.m. I think some areas are 5 to 7, some are 6 to 8. It is definitely going to rain during trick-or-treating. The rain gets out of here by early Friday morning. Friday looks to be dry. I think Saturday's dry. Sunday is going to be a close call. What happens on Sunday is that rain tries to move back into the area. And I do think that, let's back this up just a little bit. I do think that most of us are dry until after midnight Sunday, moving into Monday. I definitely think the Bengals game will be dry with a 1 o'clock kickoff. But again, it's just, I need to get rid of that. But anyways, it's just something to be aware of that we do have that chance for wet weather on Sunday, but I think it's going to be probably late in the evening and not impacting the Bengals game at all. Trick-or-treat forecast. So yes, it's going to rain during trick-or-treating. If you're thinking of how am I going to, adjust my kid's costume, a clear poncho is not a bad idea because you don't need the extra layers. It's going to be warm, 60s and 70s. And I know some of those costumes are hot, downright hot when you put them on. So I don't think you need extra layers to keep yourself warm like you did last year. So a clear poncho, an umbrella, something like that, not a bad idea. The only problem with the umbrella is because it's going to be windy, that's going to be a problem. So something with a hood, something that you can still see the costume, because I know that's very important. If it's not, then fine, just grab the coat. But yeah, I'm sure most of the trick-or-treaters will want you to see their outfit. So yeah, just something to prepare for the rain. Of course, if you are out and about, whether you're a pedestrian or you are somebody driving around, remember that the rain is just going to complicate things even more as far as, we often have accidents on Halloween. The chances of accidents are much, much higher, statistically speaking. So when you add the rain in, it just can cause even more problems. So just want to give you the heads up early that, it is a first alert weather day because of those storm chances and just really impacting trick-or-treating. Rainfall totals throughout the day on Thursday, you're looking at about 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain. So most of us around 1/2 inch. Again, we need the rain. We don't want it on Halloween. So it's, a little bit of give and take there, but definitely going to be wet. Sunday's game day forecast, still tweaking this, but as of now, it looks like we'll be okay as far as any kind of rain. It looks like it's going to be warm, temperatures in the 60s throughout that game. Tailgating, it'll be in the 50s, so even warmer than what we had yesterday. Tailgating for some folks was in the low 40s, so maybe even upper 30s, so a lot better. All right, let's look at that 7-day forecast. Take this full for you as well. So near 80 tomorrow and Wednesday. Record high both days, both Tuesday and Wednesday, the record high is 83. So we're looking at temperatures getting close to those records both Tuesday and Wednesday. We start to drop those temperatures on Thursday for the first alert weather day on Halloween. We're back to the low 70s and then 60s behind that cold front. So while it is cooler, it's actually near normal for this time of year because the normal high is 62. So you're just looking at temperatures dropping back to where they should be for this time of year. Don't forget to fall back. Daylight saving time officially comes to an end Sunday morning. So you do get that extra hour of sleep. Maybe that'll be good for the game, especially for the folks that may be tailgating early Sunday morning. And then Monday, it is cooler as well as that rain does return to the area. Now this might not be, the words on here might not be right, but the icons and the temperatures will be. Okay, so there we go. So this is beyond the 7-day forecast. So as we look ahead to next Tuesday, all the way through Veterans Day, which of course is on Monday, 11/11. We are looking at temperatures still remaining rather mild, 50s and 60s, but a lot of rain there on the beyond the 7-day forecast. At least a lot of rain chances. We'll have to see how much of that actually materializes. But, this far out, it's hard to tell. But, yeah, looking like we'll have some wet weather at times. Okay, I want to go back and read your comments, questions, concerns, salutations. I think I probably answered most of them. Hi, Karen from Bethel. Yes, it will rain during trick-or-treating. There was another question. I think Jeff had asked about storms. Answered that. Okay. So yes, again, we just want to, we declared that first lower weather day today. You know, we've been talking about that Halloween could be wet since last week. I mean, even I know Steve was talking about it when it was in the beyond the 7-day forecast, Ethan and I on 19 at noon. So, you know, it's actually been a forecast that has been pretty consistent. If anything, the timing is changing to kind of bring that rain in later, which is not good because it already looked like it was going to be around for trick-or-treating. Now it looks like it's going to be, I thought maybe we'd just get rain the first hour. Now it looks like it's going to rain the entire time. With that change to the timing, though, you know, we'll continue to update that forecast. You might be able to, if it keeps holding off, then maybe you will be able to get in that first hour where it's dry. So, and anyways, just something that we'll be watching. There's no guarantee there, but the timing has been changing. As far as the severe chances, right now it does look like there is a very small chance for severe storms, but we'll know more tomorrow when, of course, the Storm Prediction Center puts out more information on that, what they think the risks are for severe storms, but I definitely think that there is that chance for storms. You know, the problem, Jeff, last year when we had the snow on Halloween is that it was so windy. If it had just been a nice light snow, I don't think that would have been so bad, but it was so windy. It was like, even though it was kind of a light snow and it was almost like snow mixed with rain, it was like, it like pelted you because it was so windy. It just hurt, you know? So that was the problem last year, I thought anyways. Yes, no frost during the 7-day forecast. And even the beyond the 7-day forecast, it doesn't look like a whole lot of frost. This morning at my house, it stayed in the 40s. So, because I kind of toyed with the idea of bringing the mums inside, but I left them out and I think it was okay. But yeah, nothing. Yeah, garden still looking really, really good. Yeah, and the problem with last year was you did have to put on the extra layers and then, you know, kind of ruins the outfit, right? It's like if somebody's coming to my house and I'm going to give them candy, I want them to work for it. I want them to have on a good costume. And when you're dressed in all these extra layers, it's like, well, I don't know if you have on a good costume or not because all I see is your winter coat. So... okay. I'm just looking at when I showed you that chance for severe storms to our west on Wednesday, just seeing kind of more information about that. Just looks like, you know, fall thunderstorms for sure. I mean, which, you know, typically don't produce any kind of widespread outbreak of severe storms. But by the way, still no score at the FC Cincinnati match. So they'll play New York City at home today. They'll go to New York City Wednesday. And then if it has to go into game 3, because it's best of 3, then they'll come back to Cincinnati for game 3. But I guess best case scenario is they just win both of them, even though we would love to see them come back here. But maybe for the next round, they can come back here, right? Let's just win. Okay. I think I've answered all the questions. All right. I'm going to go eat some dinner and do whatever Steve would normally do at this time. But yes, so again, we will be on after World Series Game 3. Pre-game is on Fox 19 right now. That game, first pitch is like 8:08. And then we're scheduled to go on. Our newscast is scheduled at 11 o'clock, so as close to there as we can. We'll get on the air for your late newscast, and then I'll be back tomorrow evening because Steve is off again. So if I don't see you tonight for the late news, which is past my bedtime as well, so I understand, then I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you guys so much for joining me today.